doing? I've been thinking about you lately. I have taken a couple days off of work for some rest, and it's given me a lot of time to color, which is wonderful. And but it doesn't give me an opportunity to get to high-speed internet. So I am backed up with videos that are done. They just need to be uploaded. And so I thought, well, I probably shouldn't film more, but that's how I feel close to you. So here I am, surprise. I'm gonna film a couple tonight, I think, because I got a couple gifts. My dear friend Juliet from Juliet Colors, she's on Instagram. She's on Instagram. She has a YouTube channel. She's a lot of fun to watch. Go check her out. I'll definitely put her name here so that you can find her. She reached out to me and said she was putting in a Japan order. And if I could tell her the name of that book that I like, or what book would I like, she'd get it for me. And I was like, great, all right, that's cool. Yeah, piggyback onto your order. How much do I owe you? And she said, nothing. Can you believe it? She ordered from Japan, and then when it came, she sent it to me. I mean, that's some extra expense, and that is so touching. And when she asked me, I knew exactly what book it was going to be. The Bunny book. This is my first from Japan Japanese book. I do have a Disney Japan book that I got off of eBay or Mercari, one of those. But this is out of that series that we all love that started with Yururi the mouse. This is the bunny one. I think out of that series, I like this bunny one a lot. The bunny book is one I definitely wanted. It was my favorite. And then after that, I don't know, I'm starting to like the polar bear one, the more flips I see of it. But this is so cute. And so I knew that's what this was, so I tore into it. And then I just devoured it and I translated it. So I'm going to go through a flip of this. If you don't want to see it, thanks for stopping by, because I know a lot of people have flipped it. But this is on Amazon Japan. And this is Kotali. There's a whole series of these, like I said, starting with Yururi Mouse. If I remember right, this was the second one that came out, and then the third one was the squirrels, right? And I love the dust jacket. See, here is, I don't know that one, but there's Yururi the mouse. Oh yeah, the cat one. That's the Cat's General Store, right? Where they have a store. That one is really adorable. And then there's the squirrel in the Fantasy Village. Yeah, there's these rabbits too. I think that's a fairy tale one. That's different fairy tales. Here's the squirrels that are in the Fantasy Village. There's the wreath one. And now there's also the polar bear one. So adorable, adorable, adorable. There are a few different artists that color these books. So I know we've always called this the bunny book, but I did translate pretty much everything. And this is Usagi-san's fairy tale fantasy picture book. So Usagi-san is the bunny. So, and I love this thing. This is from the author. It says, rabbits love glittering things. The shiny strawberries, there bear fruit in the fairy garden, beads made of star pieces, and ore accessories that glow on the seabed. They keep calling the jewels and gems ore, so that must be how it translates with Google Translate. The fruits of the witch's forest, the tea and sweets made with herbs are delicious. Yes, the excitement of the heart of the people is especially sparkling, and I love it. The work of making such a collection of rabbits as a picture book was a particularly enjoyable time in my painting life. When you open Usagi-san's fantasy encyclopedia, you are always a color wizard. I love that. Please use the color you like. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Love your ideas. The point is to relax. Isn't that beautiful? The rabbits are very much looking forward to seeing this book colored by your fluttering heart. The excitement of your heart that you meet through through this book is more beautiful than any jewel because it is a collection that Usagi-san really wants to be put in the picture book. So basically, she's made this little rabbit has a fairy research notebook. And in spring, this says in spring, they go to the fairy garden and put more discoveries in that. So the rabbit, Usagi-san, is a researcher. And then in the summer, they go down in the ocean and get the ore accessories, get the jewels and gems and go see the mermaids. So here are the seabed crystals. And these pages are actually in the, you can color. These are just examples of them colored. There's the lighthouse ore, the gems, they glow at night. And then this is examples of the witch's tea, which is the witch's, the first book is the fairy research book. And then there's the mermaid book. And when I say book, those are like collections of pictures and things that the rabbit is collecting, but they're also doors to that world. So you open the book and you go to that world. Then there's the witch's recipe book, which these are some examples, different teas and stuff. There's a tea made, new moon tea made with crystals. Watagumo float. I'm not sure what Watagumo is. We'll have to find out. Full moon tapioca. Yeah, these are all witches' teas. And then this is a sample of the last book, which is Santa Claus's gift catalog. So there's the 4 books, right? That's 4. Yeah. And then, of course, I didn't translate any of this, but this is the coloring at the beginning of every Japanese, Korean book. They often have coloring hints. And here, I believe, is how you can download and get the PDF of this book. I haven't translated that either yet. And all this is more instructions about the PDF. And then we start. So this is the introduction, and here's all the books. So this is Usagi's important collection. There's picture books of fantasies collected in a fairy tale world. Turning the page is opening a door to that world. Let's open the door today. So you can see these are all little bits and pieces that you'll find throughout the book. There's the fairy research notebook. That looks like it might be the Christmas one. Yeah, they're all in here. And then we turn the page. Yeah, here's the books. Here's the fairy research notebook. You see that? Here's the Mermaid gemstone picture book. That's what the cover of that book looks like. Here's the Santa Claus gift catalog, which is the last book. Starry Sky Couture notes. Oh, I forgot about that one. So there's 5. That's a really short chapter. And then the witch's recipe book, which probably has my favorite pictures in it. So now it says, now open the fantasy door. Goodbye. Have a nice trip. This might be the first page I do, though. This is adorable. This is their fairy research notebook, and they're opening it and they're going through the door. And I love it. They've made it like one of those, not diorama. What are they called? The layered pictures. Oh, my brain. Anyway, it's a book made into that. So it looks like it's 3D. Well, here I guess it is. It's magical, and they're going to go to the fairy garden. So we're starting with the Fairies Research Handbook, which is this book. And this page. Is this not phenomenal? Look at it. She's so sweet. And all the little flowers, glass of flowers, and there's fairies throughout. Oh, it's just adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then here we have keys, all sorts of keys. I love this bunny sleeping on the flower. I love it. And this says pick a key in English, and in Japanese it says which key do you want. So there's these different keys. I don't know what they go to. But another fun page to color. Okay, and then here, this page is actually colored right here. So if you want an example, this is one of the few that has a colored example. This is the Fairy Research Notebook. So look, it's like a scrapbook that Usagi-san has put together for with all the little bits and pieces he finds. And here he is. Here's the rabbit planting seeds. Got their travel notebooks there and collecting things to put in their notebooks. Fun, fun, fun. This page, I love all the details in it. This is a lot of fairies, and a fairy is tying her dress. Is that not cute? Little rabbit's dress, the fairy's tying it. These rabbits are tiny. Another good one for Color a Tiny Town, for hashtag Color a Tiny Town. We definitely need these rabbits in there. Little dresses hanging, just a little bit of everything here. And later we'll do more. There'll be a close-up page of the dresses and of the sewing that's happening back here, of the cooking and stuff. And its sign says flower dress. So she must be getting a new dress. And here's dresses. Oh, it's right here. Different dresses she can wear. Cute. This is a solid page, but it's also little bits and pieces, which is kind of interesting. You don't have to do the whole page if you didn't want to. You could just do parts. And this is definitely like smaller images that you can do just one. And I actually really love these images. They are cute. I'd like to make some glowing, and they're just really pretty. They're all little glass vials. The rabbits are just so adorable too. Okay, here is, it's like it's like pansies. Looks like they're making perfume maybe, or yeah, some sort of elixirs out of the flowers and such. Just lots of little flowery stuff. And there's some strawberries hanging, which alludes to this page. Okay, this might be my favorite page in the whole book. It's strawberries. And it's a berry stand with strawberries growing on top, and there's a bunny picking a berry, and there's bunnies, and there's just strawberries all over. And here they're making what looks to be maybe a strawberry pie. And more strawberries, just lots of strawberries. This page I'm really looking forward to doing. Because you know me, I love strawberries. And here we are. So we're done with the fairy research notebook. Now we're going into the Mermaid's Gemstone picture book. And that's this book here, which looks like stained glass. So I love this section, of course, because it's mermaids and underwater. So again, they all start with this sort of window into the world, showing all the various things of the world, the jewelry that the rabbit ends up making, and some of the gemstones. There's fishies swimming around there. It's just really beautiful. It's a lovely, lovely page. Oh, this is a double page spread. I love this double page spread. Okay, but it's too big for the camera, so we'll look at it one page at a time. So they're under the water, but they're in bubbles, so they can breathe. They're safe. They're in bubbles. And look, there's a whale with gemstones and the gem moon. There's all these, like, there's a crown and a ring and earrings, and they can go underwater and find all these things. And then over here is some dolphins, which I was thinking, there's another whale. I was thinking about making these dolphins pink, because why not? And there's a mermaid, the first mermaid we see, and here's some more mermaids, and they've got crystals and shiny things all over. So there's a lot of space in this book for sparkle. Let me tell you, it's kind of what Cotalie's all about. She's like, your glittering heart is what she calls it. So this is the sea oar and the mermaid's castle. So this is, the mermaid's castle looks like that. And they go to the mermaid's castle. Here is some of the gemstones, the stones. And we saw finished colored pages in the beginning of this. There's a finished colored page. I just think that's beautiful. It looks like they used colored pencils. Absolutely beautiful. But that page is right here. And then here they are, and I think they're in an underwater cave. But there are fish swimming, but the fish, there's an angler fish. It's adorable. Smiley. But it looks like they're also, no, they're not. Maybe they just learned to breathe underwater. Maybe in the cave they have air. I don't know, but they take these gemstones, these ore and these shiny stars that they find that she mentions in the beginning, and they make jewelry out of them. So here they are making jewelry. We fell asleep. This is a page where it shows all their jewelry, and then the opposite page shows them individually and names them. So this is a fish arch choker necklace. It's got little fishes on it. The one down here, there's the star delivers a wish. So this is a vial where the stars inside deliver wishes. This is Yura jellyfish earrings. Starfish meteor shower comb. Whispers of stars scallop brooch. The bivalve pendant with twin stars. That's this one, the bivalve pendant with twin stars. And this down here are dolphin pins. So it's just like really adorable. I mean, what an imagination. Making jewelry and naming it. And it's things that they found underneath the ocean. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, then here we're going to go into the, I think I translated this and it's like jellyfish. It's like a jellyfish store. So I think the jellyfish might actually run this store. I think. But it's got some neat dresses. And here's the Mermaid cosmetics. These don't have any captions or anything. They're just different little cosmetics you can color. It's just cute. You know, it really is just cute. What an imagination. And this one is really neat. Typical to another book I've seen, a couple other books I've seen, whenever there is something like stained glass, it's done in this really thick line work. So that's interesting. So it'll be interesting to make those different. But lots of opportunity. That's a jellyfish in a jar. Lots of opportunity for glowing here. It's a beautiful page with the window looking out at the jellyfish. And here's some of these just close up that you can color and make look like stained glass. There's a lot of opportunity to just color an element and not have to color the whole page at once, you know? There's a lot of opportunity to just open it up one night and do a little thing, which I'm starting to really enjoy. Okay, this is the fourth book, the third book, Starry Sky Couture Notes. Cute. And here, look at that. Oh, the telescope and the little bunnies putting the stars in jars, all that they've collected, sort of sorting them. I don't know what couture notes mean, but they've got fabric and stars and accessories. There's buttons. This is the section where they're sewing, so maybe it's couture clothing. There is a map of the land, which shows all the different areas. And I did start translating them, but I didn't write them down because, you know, it's like balloon landing area. There's a lighthouse in the sky. There's the observatory. This is Moon Clock Plaza. And it's just a really cute little map thing. Here's a moon balloon. I think this page is pretty. It looks kind of like there's a witch balloon. This is the flowers that we saw. This is food, which we're going to see soon. That's the astronomy stuff, which is also coming up. Looks like they represent different parts of this book. Okay, now here, I didn't translate any of this yet, but this is, looks like he's just putting, well, for one, she's collecting stars, which is amazing. I love this. But putting, making things, putting things, and what she's got in her pack while they're out exploring. So this is really cool. It'll be fun to translate on your own, I think. Same with this. Have to leave some surprises, right? This is the Astro sewing box. So it looks like there's some fabric, there's some snowflakes, there's astrological cards, some fringe, some pins, nice little scissors, measuring tape, everything you need to do some sewing. And we're going to do some sewing here. So here we're doing embroidery. Isn't that cute? They're so tiny. That's a thumb guard thingy. My brain tonight. Here they're just getting yarn ready and some thread ready. It's cute. The bunnies are adorable. Oh, they've embroidered all these pillows and now they're asleep. Or maybe they're dreaming of all the pillows that they've embroidered because there's clouds and balloons. So they might just be dreaming. Adorable. Starseed buttons. So this one is all about buttons, and this little bunny's making buttons. I don't know where she gets her ideas. Here they're sewing some fabric together and making a variety of things. It looks like different patterns they're making. And they put it all together and made a quilt. Yep. This will be fun to color. Now we're at the second to last book. This is the Witch's Recipe book. Isn't that adorable? And I love this section. Here's our little intro window. And Bunny is making all of these sweet treats. There's a lot of sweets here. There's also garlic hanging and stuff, but there's peppermints and cakes and candy canes and all kinds of stuff. And this witch's broom is fantastic. This is a lovely double page spread. So here we've got a squirrel being introduced. They're eating blueberries. And it's just fancy. There's stuff hanging off of this grapevine. It's a grapevine with houses hanging off of it, and the houses look like they're acorns. Here's some mushroom houses. There's a bunny sharing some more food with the squirrel. There's a lot of food in here. And then here is the witches. I love this page. Look at those cute witches. So, you know, at first glance, this looks like a Halloween page, but it's really not. It's just, this is where the witches live. So, because they're not doing anything Halloween-y. They're actually baking donuts and bread, and they've got, this is like a grocery store run by witches and a bakery. And all the lanterns are smiling. I love this. Look at the witch swinging. Oh, they're all just so sweet. This is a really great page. And I think I've seen some of you color this one. I'm remembering a tree. I don't know if it was this one, though. Putting things together, they've got, this is a neat cabinet. It's got some really fancy, ornate embellishments all over it. And then again, here's the grapevine, and they've got all their foods and cakes and things. And then after a day well done, look at all these mugs and a bunny sleeping in them. There's so many fun ones. That one looks like a tomato. There's one that looks like a strawberry and a dinosaur and a goose. Oh my gosh, these are great. These are great. Homemade, those look like those candied almonds. I love those things. And they've fallen asleep because they've been working so hard, sleeping in the meringues. This book is making me hungry. Here's a whole bunch of cookies, different cookies that they've made. It shows them rolling out the dough and using the cookie cutters and then putting them in a jar. They're just happy little bunnies, aren't they? Now, this is interesting. I didn't translate this, but I'm pretty sure these are just the zodiac names, because this is Aries, and then it goes on. You have Gemini and Taurus, and, you know, you have these are the 12 zodiac signs. I don't know if the pictures are significant at all. It just looks like they're playing with flowers and food. I can't tell, like, I can't tell if the pictures, like, here's Sagittarius and it's an apple pie. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the picture relates in any way to the sign, but I just think it's adorable that she did this. So you could do one of these a month. And at the end of a year, you'd have a page done. You'd have a double page spread done. Throw in a little shush on some ink in the background, and you're done. God, that sounds like fun, actually. I might start that. I might do one of these. Sounds like a good thing to do, Candice. Why, thank you, Candice. Witch's Teapot Collection. These are great. The bunny sleeping in the cup again. I don't know why these bunnies are so tiny. Oh, this one we've seen colored, the Tea Salon. This was the sample page from the witch section that is colored. Here, a sample page from the witch section. And this is a sample page from the Santa Claus section, which is next. Oh, how fun. Yeah, different teas. I should make some tea tonight. Magic cooking. So here's how you cook magic. You got your recipe book, you have some magic mushrooms, some stars, and you know, here's some icing and thyme. It's adorable. And here's a scene where they've got a picnic basket. Yeah. I don't think this is going to turn out well. I don't think that's how you get corks off of bottles. There's one sleeping in a cup. Love that. Oh, this reminds me of my asleep book. I'm going to color in that tonight. And here we have Santa Claus's gift catalog. This has got some really cute pages in it. So here's our opening page. Look, he's painting a house. And there's trains and just everything. It's like Santa's workshop. Letters to Santa going by Polar Post. Here's a nice, I thought this looked so cute. I was tempted to do it. But then I remembered, am I over presents yet? Because I got so burned out on doing presents in December. I think I am. I think I could do this. I just think this is cute. Right now I'm burned out on snakes. Oh my God, I've been coloring so many snakes. This page I absolutely adore. This little dollhouse. So it's rabbits and what looks like maybe little elves or just little Santa's helpers. This is adorable. Really, truly adorable. I love dollhouse pages. Wasn't there a coloring book that was dollhouses? It seems like I saw that. Maybe on Coloring Oasis a year, 2 years ago, something like that. There was a dollhouse coloring book. I should research that. And I'm sure these are names of all these different toys. These are toys that are made. Look at this barn house thing. Oh, I had one of those when I was a kid. It was all plastic, red, and had little plastic pig people. Do you guys remember that? And they had plastic horses. I loved that thing. Of course, I lived with a barn and horses, so maybe that's why. And then there's snow globes. Are these not adorable? This is like a little fairy one and treasures under the ocean. And here's the star one with the astrologicals. And here's the cooking one. And here's Santa's workshop one. So there's snow globes that represent the 5 books. I think this is neat. I love coloring snow globes. I love snow globes, period. Lots of little pieces, little Christmassy pieces, little happy wins. These are great, like if you're on the phone and you just need to like draw something while someone's talking, or, you know, you just need like to not think and you're in a meeting and you just want to do a little thing. These pages are good for that. This page, this is a lovely Christmas page. I love those trees, the way she draws trees. This is going to be such a beautiful page. And the 2 rabbits sitting at the top of the tree. There's rabbits all over here. You'll keep looking and you'll see more rabbits. There's just tons of them. That's adorable. And this double page spread. So this is fairy lease, but I don't think that's the word they were looking for. I think they were looking for wreaths maybe or something. But these are wreaths for sale made by the fairies. So here's the fairies. Here's the mermaid section, the water, and it's water globes. Here's the couture section with starlight. Here's the witch's candy section. And it's all at Christmas time. It's like a Christmas market. Is that not cool, that double page spread? Really cool. I got some really neat pages. Here is how to do colored Easter eggs. So it's just explanations. You know, you poke a hole in the egg with a fork, and then you let the yolk drain out, and then dry it all off and paint it. So I've just giving you some instructions. Here are some samples of patterns that you can do on your Easter eggs. That is cute. And then here is how to make Christmas ornaments. Out of that ornament page, if you want to, I probably says in here to go print it off with a PDF. So that page that's in there, that's all those individual things, you can print off as a PDF and make ornaments, and it teaches you how to do that. Oh, this page right here. This page right here. I thought it was the other page. Well, yeah. You can just photocopy this or print off the PDF, because who wants to cut it? Oh, it has the back too. Oh. So yeah, I guess you could carefully take this page out and make ornament out of it. Be cute. And then an index. This is all of the pages, and it's got, so you don't have to translate it on the page. If you don't want to, you can translate this. Tells you what each page is. Is that not beautiful? Oh, there's that page colored. Oh, that's so neat. And this one, oh, look at the jars. Oh, this bunny book is so awesome. Now, it is older, but it's still available. Because like I said, I think it came right after Ururi Mouse and before the Cat's General Store one. I think it did. But you can get it on Amazon Japan. You can get it off of Etsy sellers. I think if you weigh in, you have to compare, because sometimes one is cheaper than the other when you add shipping. So it just depends. They're expensive no matter where you get them. I've tried to find these used, and they just don't come up used. I don't think people give them up once they've got them. I was really lucky to find the one I found that was a Disney one, a Japanese book used, but I've never seen any of this series. So they are pretty, although I have seen, there are some sellers on eBay that sell new copies, and I have seen them for like $25 to $30 with free shipping. So that, you know, it's the book plus shipping, which might actually be cheaper than getting it off of Etsy. I don't know about, ordering from Amazon Japan depends. If you're only ordering one book, then the shipping's pretty high. But most people like to order several books at a time, because the shipping only goes up in tiny increments after that, after a certain amount. So it comes out to be more affordable if you just, of course, if you only want one book, and it doesn't make sense then to order 5 just to get cheaper shipping, because you are going to spend more ultimately. But then you have really great books, right? Super, super great Japanese books. So really fun. I'm excited. I think the paper can take anything really. I'll be careful with water because it's really soft paper, but there's tooth to it, and it's just really fun. I'm tempted to just get started in it right away, even though I have so many buddies still to finish for March, but I love new books. So thank you, Juliet. You made my night. I've had a little bit of a rough day, and you made my night. Thank you so much. I love you, and I love you. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.